So good evening, everyone. So online, is my voice is audible to all? Can you confirm me in chat box once? As well as screen. Clear for all of you?
Yes.
Yeah. So let us try to start. So let other people can join later. Okay. So let me recap it one more time. So what we have discussed in the last class. So actually in the last class, what we have discussed. So we have discussed about the application, right? Now what is meant by application, guys? Okay. What is meant by application? So whether it is right or wrong, you can answer it. What is meant by application?
Provide services.
All the services together called application. Great. So application is nothing but group of services together called application. So at the end, wherever application will present, at the end, wherever application will be present.
Server.
Server. That's great. Now, what is meant by server? What is meant by server? Server is nothing but which provides the services to the end user. So basically, how many types of servers we are having?
3 types.
That's great. So what are they?
Web server, app server, and DB server.
Server, app server, and then DB server. So now what is meant by web server here? Web server is nothing but which provides the UI part of your application. Okay. So who will work on the web server? Ultimately, we are having UI UX team as well as development team. So which type of technologies they are going to use? So they are going to use like CSS, HTML, Java, React, Angular. So where it is going to be present? It is going to be present on the presentation layer. So after web server, what we are having? We are having the app server. Now what is meant by app server? App server is nothing but where our logic was present. So who will work on the app server? Ultimately, we are having the development team. So which type of technologies they are going to use? They are going to use. So they are going to use like Java, .NET as well as Python. Okay. So after this, what we are having? Where it is going to be present? It is going to be present on the logic layer, nothing but the application layer. So after this, we are having database server. Now what is meant by database server? So the place where our information are going to be stored are nothing but the database server. So who will work on the database server? Ultimately, we are having the database team. So which type of technologies they are going to use? They are going to use like SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, as well as HANADB. So where it is going to be present? It is going to be present on the backend. So after this, we have discussed about the architectures of servers. So basically, how many types of architectures we are having? We are having the 4 types of architectures. So the first one was like 1-tier architecture. Second one was 2-tier as well as 3-tier and n-tier architecture. So in the 1-tier architecture, totally how many servers I am having, guys? In the 1-tier architecture, totally how many servers I am having? In the 1-tier architecture, totally how many servers I am having?
One.
Only
1.
one.
Yeah, within the single server, we are having web server, app server, as well as database server. Okay. So example for 1-tier architecture is going to be the laptop. So after 1-tier architecture, what we are having? We are having 2-tier architecture. In the 2-tier architecture, totally how many servers I am having? 2 servers I am having. Okay. So example for 2-tier architecture is about what, guys?
On YouTube.
Phone as well as YouTube. That's perfect. So after 2-tier architecture, what we are having? We are having the 3-tier architecture. So in the 3-tier architecture, totally how many servers I am having?
3 servers.
Great. So example for 3-tier architecture is about again phone as well as YouTube. So we can take number of examples there. So as of now, we are taking phone as well as YouTube. Okay. Next. So after this, we have discussed about the OS. Now, what is meant by OS?
Bridge.
Bridge interface between human
User
as
and
user and
server.
that's great. User and server. So server is nothing but a laptop. Up to this, we have discussed in the last class. So basically, this was the introduction for your Linux. So see here, let me share the PPT of Linux. So copy of Linux. So remember guys, so we are going to start the Linux from today. Basically, without Linux, we can't learn the DevOps. So that's the reason we are going to start the Linux. So later we are going to start the uh, cloud and later we are going to start the DevOps. So this is a workflow. Okay. So say here Linux. Now what exactly the meaning of Linux here? So Linux is an free and open source operating system. Linux is an free and open source operating system with high security. With high security. Now, what exactly the meaning of free and open source operating system? So see here, let's say free is nothing but we can able to access without any pay. We are not going to do the payment here. Nothing but the free open source operating system. Open source. Anyone can access. Anyone can access. Next, with high security. So for the Linux, we are having the high security. And Linux is multi-user based OS. Multi-user based OS. So what exactly the mean of multi-user based OS? So see here, let's say this is the Linux servers. This is the Linux server. Multiple users can able to log in at a time to this server. Multiple users can able to log in to this server. Multi-user based OS. Next, operating system. So see here, I have mentioned here as operating system. So an operating system is a software that acts as an interface between your computer hardware components and a user. Operating system is a software that acts as an interface between your computer hardware components and then user. So that's what we have discussed, right? So let's say let's say we are the humans and this is our computer. So if the human wants to communicate with the server, I need to have here one interface. I need to have one interface. So those interface are going to be like your OS. So clear? Now, after this, what we are having? We are having the types of OSs. So basically, if you are using the Windows laptop means, so you guys are having the Windows OS. If you are using the MacBook means, so you guys are having the Mac OS. If you are using the Ubuntu laptop means, so you guys are having the Ubuntu OS. So depends on the platform, depends on the platform, we are having the different OSs. Now, after this, what we are having? We are having the Linux OS distribution. Linux OS distribution. So we are having the Red Hat, Ubuntu, Debian, CentOS, Fedora, OpenSUSE, Kali Linux, Amazon Linux, as well as Rocky Linux. So what exactly these all the things here? What exactly these all the things here? Let's say this is the iPhone 15 or else daily we are using the phones, right? So daily we are using the phones. So in the phones, in the phones, we are having the different types, right? So we are having the Vivo, we are having the Oppo, we are having the Realme, Redmi, Samsung, okay, IQ, iPhone we are having. So we are having the different phones. In the same manner, let's say if the OS was a phone, if the OS was a phone, these all are going to be the types of phones like Red Hat, like these all are the types of phones. So clear for all of you? The purpose is going to be the same. So Vivo, the purpose is going to be the same. Oppo, the purpose is going to be the same. So here also Red Hat, Ubuntu, Debian, CentOS, all the OS are the purpose are the same, but the difference is here like we are having some minor differences. So in upcoming classes, we are going to be work on that one. So majorly in the market, they are using like Red Hat, Ubuntu, CentOS, Amazon Linux. So in our course, we are going to deal with Red Hat as well, Ubuntu, CentOS, Amazon Linux as well. So we are going to be work on the four sorry OS distributions. So we'll see. Next, after this, what we are having here, we are having the Linux architecture. What we are having? We are having the Linux architecture. So see here, in the Linux architecture, in the Linux OS architecture, majorly we are having four layers. How many layers we are having here? We are having the four layers. We are having the four layers. So let us discuss one by one. So what exactly those are? So the first layer is going to be the hardware. What was the first one here? The first one is like hardware. Now, what is meant by hardware here? What is meant by hardware? So see here, let's say this is your laptop. This is your laptop. So in your laptop, you guys are having the, I mean to say, when you have connected any external devices. So when you have connected any external devices, so such as printer, mouse, HDMI cable. So when you have connected any external devices, such as printer, mouse, HDMI cable, keyboard, any external devices that are connected to your laptop, those information are going to be stored on where? It is going to be stored on the hardware. So ultimately, these printer, mouse, HDMI, all are going to be saved on where? It is going to be saved on the hardware component. In the hardware layer, it is going to be saved. So clear for all of you what is meant by hardware? Online. Yes. So then next. So after hardware, what we are having? We are having the kernel. What we are having here? We are having the kernel. Now, what is meant by kernel here? So kernel is nothing but so it is going to provide the bridge interface between your compute hardware components as well as software components. Let's say this is your laptop. This is your laptop. So in your laptop, you guys are having the hardware components. You guys are having the hardware components. Now, what is meant by hardware components here? Which we can able to see, which we can able to touch, are nothing but the hardware components. Which we can able to see, which we can able to touch, are nothing but the hardware components. Let's say I'm having the keyboard. It's an hardware component. We are having the CPU. It's an hardware component. RAM. It's an hardware component. Mouse. It's an hardware component. Which we can able to see, which we can able to touch, are nothing but what? It's going to be the hardware component. Again, in your laptop, you guys are having the software components. What we are having here? we are having the software components. So in the software, I want to say what is meant by software components. So software components are nothing but which we can't see, which we can't touch, are nothing but the software components. So basically, we are having some bin files, so some boot files we are having. Okay, so see here, if the hardware components are communicating with the software components, then only your laptop is going to be work. Then only your laptop are going to be work. Otherwise, it will not work. If the hardware components are communicating with the software components, then only your laptop is going to be work. Otherwise, it will not work. So, who will provide the communication here? Ultimately, kernel is going to be the reason here. Who will provide the communication? Kernel. So most probably, most of the students are going to be get confused here itself. So they are going to be confused the difference between OS as well as kernel. Now, what is the purpose of OS? OS will provide the communication between human as well as mission. Okay, kernel is going to be the, I mean to say kernel is provide the communication between hardware components as well as software components. Okay. Next. So after kernel, what we are having? We are having the shell. What we are having, guys? We are having the shell here. Now, what is meant by shell? So shell is nothing but the place where our commands are executing. Let's say this is my laptop. In my laptop, I am having the command prompt here. So cd, I'm typing one command. So cd.aws, I have passed. So basically, it was executed. So this command was executed on where? It was executed on the shell. This command was executed on where? It was executed on the shell. Okay. So shell is nothing but the place where our commands are executing are nothing but what? It's going to be the shell. Now, after shell, what we are having? We are having the application. What we are having here? We are having the application. So now, what is meant by application? So application is nothing but the place where our applications are present are nothing but what? It's going to be the application. Let's say this is my laptop. In my laptop, I am having Zoom. It's an application. Okay. So in my laptop, I'm having the VLC media. Go to meeting we are having. So we are having number of applications. So Teams I'm having. So basically these all are present on where? It was present on the application layer. So application is nothing but the place where our applications are present are nothing but what? It's going to be the application. Okay. Next. So let's say from the first I'm talking about the server as well as OS. I'm talking about the server. So here my question was like, who will provide me the server? Who will provide me the server? Online. Any idea? Who will provide me the server? That's great. Yeah. Ultimately, we are having the cloud providers. Who will provide me the server? Cloud providers. Now, in market, majorly we are having three cloud providers. Who are they? One was the AWS. So the second one was the
Azure, Microsoft,
Azure, Microsoft. So the third one was like,
GCP,
that's perfect. GCP. Now, what is the full form of AWS?
Amazon Web Services,
Amazon Web Services. Great. So Azure. Now, what is the full form of GCP?
Google Cloud Provider
Google Cloud Platform.
Platform,
Okay. Yeah. Now, who was the owner of AWS?
Amazon.
Amazon. Who was the owner of Azure?
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Who was the owner of GCP?
Google.
Google. That's right. Now, so let's say this is my phone. Let's say this is my phone. So from this phone, I want to book a mobile. Let's say this is my mobile. So from my mobile, I want to book one more mobile. So now I'm having two e-commerce applications. So what are they? One was Amazon. So the second one was the Flipkart. Okay. So forgot about the Flipkart here. So what I'm having now? I'm having the Amazon. Okay. So if I want to book a mobile on the Amazon. So first, what should I have here? I should have one account, right? In the Amazon, I should have one account. Right or not? So in the same way, in a similar way, let's say you want to create the server on the AWS. Let's say if you want to create the server on the AWS, you should have the account on the AWS. So let's say if you want to create the server on the Azure, you guys should have the account on the Azure. So if you want to create the account on the GCP, you guys should have the account on the GCP as well. So now here my question was like, I'm not having any account. Do we can't learn the DevOps? Ultimately, we can able to learn. Do we can't learn the Linux? We can able to learn that one. But if you want to learn the cloud, you guys should have the account. So in upcoming sessions, we are going to create the accounts there. Okay. So as of now, we are going to use some open source platform called Killer Coda. What we are going to use here? We are going to use the Killer Coda. So just try to search for killercoda.com. Killercoda.com. So click on the playgrounds here. Click on the playgrounds. So scroll down. What I'm having here as Ubuntu. So actually this was a Ubuntu server. Click on that one. Now I can able to practice my Linux here. I can learn Linux. Now, so see here, this was the empty server. Let's say this was the empty server. Now we are going to learn the Linux here. Let's say if you want to create a file in the laptop. If you want to create a file in the laptop, what we are going to do? If you want to create a file, so what we are going to do? So we are going to click on the right click, new, and then file name. Right or not? So ultimately, file was created. Now, in the similar way, if you want to create a file in the server, we are having a command called touch. What was the command here? Touch. So touch and then file name we need to be give. Touch and then file name. So what was the file name here? AWS. Hit enter. Your file was created. So touch is the command to create a file. So after that, I have mentioned the space and then file name. So file name is about what? It's going to be the AWS. So it means we have created the AWS file. We have created the AWS file. Now I want to cross verify. Whether my AWS file was created or not. I want to cross verify whether my AWS file was created or not. So how you are going to verify? We are having a command called ls. Hit enter. We are having, right? ls is the command to see the list of files. So now what is meant by ls here? ls is nothing but short list. What was that? Short list. And also we are having one more command called ll. So ll is nothing but long list. LL is nothing but what? Long list. So see here, if you give the ls, it is going to show only the file name. But the moment you have given the ll, it is going to display the file name as well as details about the file. So basically, this will represent file. So these three will represent the user permissions. So this was a group permissions. So this was, I mean to say, this was the owner permissions, user, group, others permissions. So this was a user, this was a group. So when it was created, all these entire details we are going to be get. So in upcoming session, so I'm going to deal very in depth on this, all the things. So meanwhile, just try to remember, like, if you want to create a file, so command is going to be the touch. If you want to see the list of files, so the command is going to be the ls or ll. So let me write it for you. So I mean to say, don't write the notes while I am teaching. Okay, so from the day one to till the end, our sessions are going to be like this only. So I am going to write the notes for you. So touch and then file name. So to create a file, to create a file. So these notes are going to be provided on the drive. You can get it from the drive. Now, ls. To see the list of files. So to see the list of files. Next, ll. ll is also used to see the list of files. So now what is meant by ls? Short list. What is meant by ll? Long list. Long list. Okay. So this is the way to create the single file. This is the way to create the single file. But I want to create the multiple files. So I want to create the Azure. I want to create the DevOps. I want to create the GCP. So at a time I want to create. So again the command is going to be the same. Touch. And then file name. So I want to create the Azure. I want to create the DevOps. I want to create the GCP. Also I want to create the Harsha. So files was created. How you guys are going to verify that one, guys? Whether my files was created or not?
LL,
LL or
LS,
LS. Now, see here, LL. So what is meant by LS?
Shortlist.
shortlist,
What is meant by LL?
long list.
That's great. So I'm having. So this is the way to create the multiple files. But if you want to create the series of files, so let's say I want to create like this. So TCS1, I want to create TCS2, I want to create TCS3, and so on. I want to create TCS10. So how you guys are going to create? So basically we are having like this. So we are going to mention the spaces. So here I am having only the 10 files, means I can able to create like this. What if I am having the 100 files? So it is not going to be possible one, right? So by this way, it is not going to be possible. It is going to be possible, but we are having one more shortcut like touch the series that you want to create. I want to create the series like by using the TCS. Open the braces, one double dot 10, one double dot 10, and then close the braces. Hit enter. It was created 10 files. See here, how many files it was created? It was created 10 files. So remember, here dots should be two. Write it on here, touch Azure. So DevOps. So I have created the GCP. Right. What we have created Harsh. So I have created the multiple. Now I have created the series of so dash TCS one double dot. Remember here only we should have the two dots. So by mistakenly if you have given the three dots, it will not work. Or by mistakenly if you have given the three dots, it will not work, right? So if you have given the single dot means it will not work. Ultimately it should be the two dots. Let's say you have given single dot. What will happen? So I have I'm giving like a PWC 1.10. PWC 1.10. So what will happen, you know? So by this name, it is going to create one file for you. by this name, it is going to create one file for you. So let's say search PWC 1 single dot 10 I have given. So ultimately it is going to create a file for you. Hit enter ls. I have given the ls here. Okay. So what happened? By the name, it was created one file. It was not created the 10 files. Or else, by mistakenly you have given the 3 dots. What will happen? It is going to create a file for you. I have given the 3 dots. Okay, it is going to create the file. Now, I am giving here as such PWC 1 double dot 10. Now, what will happen, guys?
10 files.
It is going to create the.
PWC 1 to 10 will be created.
That's great. That's perfect. So it is going to create 10 files. So I am having 3. Clear? Now, so see here, I want to delete a file. I want to delete a file. So if you want to delete a file, so we are having a command called rm. So rm is nothing but remove. Okay, so the file that you want to remove. So I want to remove the file called Harsha. So totally it was removed. Now I want to verify whether my Harsha file was removed or not. I want to verify whether my Harsha file was removed or not. How you guys are going to verify?
RM
ELS.
minus RF or else LS.
ls. So ls is nothing but list of files. So you're able to see here, right? So rm minus rf is nothing but to remove. You are removing the files forcefully. So rm space hyphen rf you have mentioned. So what was the command meaning here? Rm nothing but the remove hyphen rf. Rf is nothing but recursive forcefully. So it is going to. I would say this command will delete the files. I hope you're clear, right?
Yeah, okay.
Now, if you want to see the list, I mean to say, I have removed the Harsha file. So if you want to cross verify, we can able to see simply list of files, right? So previously I used to have the Harsha, but now I'm not having any Harsha. So this is a way to remove the single file. But I want to remove the multiple files. So how you guys are going to remove? So RM, Harsha I have given. So right now I'm having the Azure, DevOps, GCP I'm having. Now I want to remove those files. So how you guys are going to remove? Again, the command is going to be the same. RM, Azure, Azure, DevOps, GCP. Okay, we are going to mention the spaces between them. That's it. RM, Azure, AWS, DevOps. So it was removed. Verify that one. So totally we have removed this. Clear? So then next. So let's say if you want to remove the series of files, if you want to remove the series of files, so how you guys are going to remove? How you guys are going to remove the series of files? The command is going to be again the same rf. So the series that you want to remove. So I want to remove the series of PWC. I want to remove the series of files that are starting with the PWC. So you are going to mention like PWC star. What we need to mention here? PWC star. So remember guys, in the Linux or in the cloud or in the DevOps, wherever you have seen the star, it will represent all, every. It is going to be represent like that. All or every. Anything is fine. Okay. So what will happen, So this command is going to remove the files that are starting with the PWC. These command are going to be remove the files that are starting with the PWC. You can also give like this, PW star. You can also give like this, PW star. So what will happen? All the files are going to be removed that are starting with the PW. Instead of giving PW, we can also give the P star. So what will happen? The files that are starting with the P, it is going to be removed. I can able to give the PWC star. I can able to give the PW star. I can able to give the P star. Anything is fine. So I'm giving here as P star. What will happen? All the files that are starting with the P, it is going to be removed. So it was removed. Verify that one. We are not having any P files. Nothing but the PWC files. Clear for all of you? So touch, test, text. So touch, test, text, Teja, active. Okay. Now, so totally, I have created the multiple files here. So just try to tell me, I want to delete Teja file, test file, text file. So how you guys are going to delete that one? I want to delete at a time. Teja, test, text.
RMTE star.
RM Teja text.
Use this syntax. Like I want to delete like this. Yeah, what you have said, it was perfect. But I want to use this syntax. I want to use the star.
RMTE
RMTE
star. Yeah.
star. So what will happen? It is going to only delete
Star.
your starting TE files. So it will remains constant, right? Your TCS files are going to be the safe side. Okay, it was removed only these 3 files. Now I'm having my files. So I want to create one more time. So we have created. Now, irrespective of the file names, so touch, AWS, Azure, DevOps, PCS, PWC, info, entity. So we are having the different. Okay. So I want to remove all the files at a time, irrespective of the file names. Irrespective of the file names, I want to remove all the files at a time.
RM star.
RM star. That's perfect. RM star. So star will represent every, right? So it was removed. LS. I'm not having any files. So clear for all of you? No. So we have seen like how to create the single file, multiple files, and then series of files. And also we have seen how to remove the single file, multiple files, also series of files. So let me write it down here. RMTCS star. RMTCS star. Okay, so if you want to remove all the files, so RM star. It is going to be removed. Clear? Next. So let's say if you want to add the data inside a file. So we have created the files. Okay. Now I want to add the data inside a file. So if you want to add the data inside a file, we are having an editor called VIM. What was that? VIM. So basically this was the editor. So there is no full form. VIM. In the VIM editor, totally we are having 3 modes. How many modes we are having here? We are having 3 modes. So usually we used to have only 2. So the last mode was like all of the commands. So let me explain you. So we are having 2 modes. One was the command mode. Command mode. So the second one was like insert mode. So totally in the VM editor, how many modes I'm having? I'm having the 2 modes. One was the command mode. So the second one was the insert mode. Now, point number 1. The default mode, the default mode in the VIM editor is going to be the command mode. What was it? It is going to be the command mode. What was the default mode here? Command. So verify that one. Let's say if you want to open any file by using the VIM editor, so we are going to mention like VIM and then file name. So I want to open the file AWS, VIM AWS. So let me ask you one question, like, do we have any AWS file here? Do we have any AWS file here?
No.
So now this command will execute or not? VIM AWS I'm. So whether it is right or wrong, you can answer. You will get. I mean to say, I need the interaction with all the students. So that's the reason I'm going to ask.
I think it will create a new file and open it.
That's great. So your VM editor will search for your AWS file. So if it is having, so it is going to be open that file. So if it is not having means it is going to create the AWS file and also it is going to open file. VIM AWS. Hit enter. So by defaultly, you are in the command mode, right or not? You are in the command mode, right or not? So how you guys are going to get to know that means, so you can able to see here a file. So if you are seeing here as the file name means you are in the command mode. So only for the first time, guys, only for the first time. If you are seeing the file name here means you are in the command mode only for the first time. So later it is not going to be display anything here. Okay. So for the first time, you guys can able to see here as file. So I was in the command mode. Now I want to shift from command mode to the insert. This is my command mode. This is my insert mode. So if you want to shift from command mode to the insert mode, if you want to shift from command mode to the insert mode, I need to press the small I button. What I need to press here? I need to press the small I button. In my keyboard, I want to press small I. Now again, if you want to shift from insert mode to the command mode, here we need to press the escape button. What we need to press here? We need to press the escape button. So don't type escape, we need to press the escape button. We need to press the escape button. Okay. So for the first button is going to be the escape. Now what I'm trying to do, so I'm going to press the small I. So the moment I have pressed the small I, now I am getting here as insert. What I am getting here? I am getting the insert. So if you are seeing here as insert means you are in the insert mode. If you are seeing here as insert means you are in the insert mode. Now I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. What I need to do? I need to press the escape button, right or not? So I'm pressing the escape. The moment I have pressed the escape button, I'm not having anything here. Okay, so if you're not seeing anything means you are in the command mode. That's it. So for the first time only it is going to show the file name. Later it is not going to show anything. Okay, so now I was in the command mode. Now I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. What I need to do? I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. What I need to do? Again I need to press the escape. Sorry, in smaller. Okay. Now again I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. Escape. Insert mode, command mode, insert mode, command mode. Clear for all of you? Now, so let's say, remember, if you want to add the data inside a file, if you want to add the data inside a file, so you guys should be in the insert mode. The name itself contain insert, right? You should be in the insert mode. So just try to go to the insert and add the data. Here this is, I'm adding the data like this. Here this is all about line. I'm giving line. Now after adding the data, we need to save the data. Right or not? What we need to do? We need to save the data. So if you want to save the data, if you want to save the data, so we are going to use a command called :w. What we need to use here? We need to use the :w. So :w. So basically it was a save. So :q. So it is going to be quit. So if you want to do both at a time, :w. So save and save and, or we are having one more shortcut called :x. Save and, okay. Now let us try to do that. So if I want to save the data, what I need to do? :w. So the moment I have given the :w, what's happening? It was inserting the data. Basically, :w, :x, :wq. These all are the commands. Okay. So if you want to perform those commands, you should be in the command mode. Right now I was in the insert. So that's the reason it was inserting the data. Okay. So what is, how you guys are going to shift from insert mode to the command mode?
Escape.
Escape. Now :w. So what will happen? It is going to save the data. Hit enter. It was saved. :q. What will happen now? We are going to quit from this editor. Quit. Right or not? So I want to cross verify whether my data was saved or not. I want to cross verify whether my data was saved or not. So how you guys are going to be verify means, so we are having one command called cat. What was the command here? Cat. And then file. So ultimately, it is going to provide you the data. That is the command to see the list of to see the content that are present in the file. Clear for all of you? So now let me recap it one more time. So what we have discussed in this class. So in this class, we have discussed about the OS. Now, what is meant by OS? So OS is nothing but which provides the interface between your human to as well as mission. So after this, we have discussed about the OS distribution. So we are having the Ubuntu, CentOS, Fedora, OpenSUSE, Kali Linux, Amazon Linux. So we are having a number of OS distributions. So we are going to discuss all those things on the later. So later we have discussed about the OS architecture. So in the OS architecture, totally how many layers I'm having, guys? How many layers we are having in the OS architecture? Four layers. So what are they?
Hardware, kernel,
Shell and then application. Great. Now what is meant by hardware? Hardware is nothing but if you
We
have
can touch and we can see and touch the hardware.
hardware components. Okay, like I'm saying hardware layer. What exactly it will do is it is going to save the external devices information like such as printer, mouse, HDMI cables we are having, right? So those information, if you have connected any external devices, not only those devices, any external devices. So DVD, okay, so we are having the pen drives. So those all are the external devices, right? So those information are going to be saved on where? It's going to be saved on the hardware. So after hardware, what we are having? We are having the kernel. Now, what is meant by kernel? Now, it is going to provide the communication between your hardware components.
Components and software components.
That's perfect. It is going to provide the interface between hardware components as well as software components that are present on your laptop. Next. So, next. So, after this, we are having the shell. Now, what is meant by shell?
it's the place where commands are executed.
Place wherever commands are executing are nothing but what? Shell. Next, after this, we are having the application. Now, what is meant by application? The place wherever applications are present are nothing but what? It's going to be the application. Next. Sorry. After this, we have discussed about how to create a file. So, what is the command to create a file?
Touch.
Touch. What is the command to see the list of files?
LS for short list and for long list LL.
That's great. Next. So, I want to remove the file. So, then what is the command?
RM.
RM. So, I want to remove the multiple files means so RM and then file names that you want to pass. Next. I want to add the data inside a file. So, how you guys are going to add? I want to add the data inside a file. By using the wave method, right? Okay. So in the wave method, totally how many modes I am having?
2 modes.
We are having 2 modes. What are they? command mode as well as insert mode. So by default, in which mode you are in?
Command mode.
Command mode. So I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. How you are going to shift?
You need to click on this small icon
Small I.
button. Small icon. Yeah.
So I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode.
Escape key.
Escape key. That's great. Now totally I have added the data. Now I want to save my data. How you guys are going to save? Only save.
:W.
:W. So while giving the :W, in which mode you are going to be in?
Command.
Command mode. So I want to quit from the editor. So how you guys are going to quit?
:Q.
Q.
Done. Q. So I want to cross verify whether my data was saved or not. What is the command to see the data inside a file? Cat. What was the command? So guys, so that's it from mine for today. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. So any doubts from this class?
Yes, one doubt here. Is this code requires coding knowledge? Something?
No, no, we are not having. What is it? We don't need any coding requirement. Any alternative doubts as well as concerns?
Yeah. Is this a third class or second class?
So it was a third class. So first class
Third
is going to be interaction. And it's introduction. So next session is going to be like servers. So the third session is
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So any alternative doubts, concerns?
I have one question. Like maybe by the end of this course, will we be able to prepare and attempt any exams or in AWS or any other platform?
Write the ASA 900 exam. Also, you can able to write the exams. Also, AWS fundamentals.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So, any alternative concerns? So, okay then. Bye all. Have a nice day.